Hey coloring friends, I have part 2 of my entire pencil collection video for you today. Part 1 seemed to get some good feedback, so I'm definitely going to continue on. I have this part 2, and then I believe I'll have part 3, and that should cover it. I think primarily in this video we'll be talking about mostly budget brands, and then in my part 3 I have some more, I think more of a mix of more a luxury or higher artist grade pencil versus and a little bit of budget thrown in. So the first ones I'm going to show you are empty. No. Let's flip it around, shall we? We'll flip it around here. And there we go. Let's try that. So in this case, I keep bumping the camera. Sorry about that. These are my Black Widows. These are all, as far as I know, I have every set of Black Widow pencil included in my collection. The Skintones, looks like I've got just all of them. I don't know, what is there, like Scorpion and Dragon, I can't remember. I've mixed them all together, so it's kind of crazy because I just kind of put them in the way I thought they should go in. So like Monarch is here, then I've got Skintones thrown in, and I've got the Dragon ones and the Scorpion, just different ones. Now I have mixed feelings about these Black Widows. I know they are very popular, or they used to be. I don't know if they still are. I don't see people using them so much as it used to be. But I will say, when you have all the sets of them, the color selection is outstanding. And I don't know if I would exactly call these a budget pencil, but they're definitely not like higher end. They're somewhere mid-range, I think. They're very nice, but I don't know if they're my favorite. They don't exactly lay down the way that I would like them to, so I don't reach for them that often. However, I don't know. There are people that love these, that swear by them and think they're the best pencils ever. And for me, they're just okay. I guess I need to play around with them more, but I have used them quite a bit in the past. And you might see there's no rhyme or reason to my arrangement. What I do is when I'm using some, I'll take them and put them away in an uncompleted picture back here at the back of my case where I have empty slots, so that I don't lose what pencils I'm using. That's why I've got a different variety right here. But they're beautiful. Color selection, definitely. The shades are gorgeous. But I don't know. I don't know if it's because I think they're waxy. I don't know exactly. Now I'm looking at all these yellows and oranges and reds, and I'm like, girl, you need to be using them some more. So I don't know. But these are basically all the Black Widows. Sorry about that loud car going by. If I have all the collections, which I think I do, that's all my Black Widow pencils there. So, oops, I didn't mean to hit the camera. So we will move those out of the way. And then the next ones I have are watercolor pencils, which I do not have a lot of watercolor pencils because I am not a watercolor. I keep knocking in. So there's like this lever on my tripod that I can move to angle the camera, and I keep banging my head onto it. That's so every time, hey, you see the camera jolt, it's because I've smacked my head into the tripod stick thing. Anyways, these are watercolor pencils. I don't have a lot of watercolor pencils. I'm not into these, and these are the Kalour watercolors. Now, I will say, I haven't used these enough to tell you guys how I like them. And now the garbage man's going by. I actually had started this and stopped it because the recycling was coming. And now the garbage man. So sorry about that. But anyways, this is the swatch chart that came with it, and I haven't even filled it out. So these are the 120 watercolors from Kalour. They do come in a case, and they pull out, like, they have all these little, there I go again, right in my forehead, sorry. I have a black eye before this video is done, you guys. So they have a pretty good selection of colors here. The case can be a little bit awkward because you just pull these out, these trays, but the colors look lovely. Keith got these for me, I think for my birthday. I had asked for them, and then I haven't even used them. What kind of creep am I, right? So I need to play with them. As you can see, they're not like touched. I think I just barely used a few. So I don't really know anything about these, but I thought I would show them to you guys. If you have used them, definitely let me know. Watercolor pencils are not my thing. However, I really enjoy my regular Kalour pencils. So it made sense to me that I might, really enjoy using these. I guess I need to get to it. Swatch these out. If you would like to see me do a video on that, let me know. That's an idea for a future video, right? Let's work on these watercolor pencils from Kalour. Although the case is kind of handy there with the handle. And handy with the handle? I don't know. But anyways, interesting. So this next set of pencils is a set that I absolutely 100% hate. I despise these pencils and I do not use them. The only reason I have them still is because I gave them to Keith, and I don't even know if these are still available. And these are the Sooty Style pencils. I think I purchased these years ago when I was in the height of like buying everything, because if I saw someone else have it, I had to have it too. And my friend Mona, she doesn't really color that much anymore, but if you're watching, hey Mona, she had these and she really liked them. So I went ahead and I bought them, and I do not like them. They are really difficult for me to use. I find the color payoff not what I like. But I have let Keith use these. He likes them. He colors here and there. I know they look like they're barely touched. But he'll use them. So we call these his pencils, and usually they're out in our living room, actually under the coffee table where his sketchbook is. But he's a really good artist, my husband, you guys. He's a really, really talented artist. He can draw like, oh my gosh, he can draw fantastic. But his coloring skills need work. Don't tell him I said that. But he does really good. And he actually teases himself, about how I need to give him coloring lessons. So anyways, I've given him these pencils. Maybe I should give him a set of Prismacolors instead, right? That would probably help. But these pencils are just not for me. And like I said, I don't even know if these are still available, if these are still a thing, if they're for sale or not. I cannot recommend them. If they're still available, I'll link them. You might like them if you're looking for a set of oil pencils. But I think there are better oil pencils on the market for a budget price than these. So that is the Sooty Styles set. And I don't know how many there are, 150, 120, something like that. But yep, they're the pencils I hate the most. So next I have, these are, this little set here is my Crayola. Are they Crayola? Yep. The Crayola pencils. And I don't know what set I have because I've got a lot of doubles. So I'm thinking that I got a set and then somehow I got another set. I don't know. I don't even know like what number I have of these. But they have been used, as you can see. They have been used. Now, I will say this. I don't have an issue with Crayola pencils because I like Crayola, and I think the colors are nice. You have to kind of push hard to get payoff, but I've seen beautiful work done with Crayola, these particular Crayola pencils. But there's something about these pencils that hurt my fingers to hold them. Now you can see my hands are really bad. Right? That's an understatement. My hands are as jacked up can be when it comes to having issues. And I can hold polychromos, although after a while the polychromos will start to hurt and I'll have to take a break. But I can hold just about any pencil and color comfortably for extended amounts of time. Something about the Crayola I cannot. I just can't. They hurt my hands. They hurt my fingers. I'll actually get like pain in my fingers. So these pretty much Keith uses every once in a while when he wants to have a use for a colored pencil. So I don't use these, but I'm not knocking them. I'm just saying they're not comfortable for me. However, that being said, if I want to use Crayola, look at this fancy modern case here. If I want to use Crayola, I have the Crayola Twistables. I don't have them in a case. I tried to put them in a case, but they were so like thick that it was hard for me to take them in and out of the case. So I just put them in this pouch. I really like these. I really enjoy the Crayola Twistables. So I have used them quite a bit in the past. I need to use them some more. But these color really nice. I like how you don't have to sharpen them. I think they lay down nicely. The plastic component is not painful for me to hold on to. It's not too slick. They twist up from the bottom. You just twist them up like so, and then you can retract them when you're not using them. I have used these quite a bit in my Deborah Muller books. I'm trying to think what is it? Artsy Girls. We were doing the challenge for the Artsy Girl to complete that book in I think was it 2023? I think it was 2023. And or was it 2022? Doesn't matter. Anyways, I used these on quite a few pages in that because that was when my mother-in-law was in the hospital. And I would put them in my little pouch and put them in my purse and take them to the hospital with me. And I didn't need a sharpener. That's why I liked them to use while she was in the hospital, because I didn't want to disturb her. As you know, like battery sharpeners and stuff are really noisy. So I didn't want to disturb her while she was resting. And so I just took these and twisted them up, and they worked so nicely. So I don't know where this little makeup pouch came from. Probably a garage sale in 1982, but but it works good. It's padded, so it protects them a little bit, and I like it. So I really, really like the Crayola Twistables, and I actually meant to mention them in my video I did where I said art supplies don't need to be expensive, coloring supplies, and I forgot all about them. So someone had reminded me of them in the comment section, and I was like, yes, definitely these. So Crayola Twistables are a-okay with me. I would recommend, if you're going to purchase these though, I would get them at like Walmart or we don't have a Kmart anymore, or like here we have a Meijer, whatever your grocery store is, Target, someplace like that, because I think they're a little bit more expensive on Amazon than they need to be, and you can get a better sale, especially like at back to school time or when semesters switch over, things like that. So I think in that case it's a better deal to get them from someplace that is not Amazon. All right, the next set I have here, this is like a surprise because I don't even know what's in this case. I have unzipped it, but I don't I don't know. So this is, what are these? Feela. These are the Feela. I think these are 150 or 152 set. And Feelas are really nice. These are a very nice budget friendly, and I'm pretty sure these are still on Amazon because I checked when I first started coming up with the idea to make this video series. I wanted to know if they were still available, and they were at that time. But in my opinion, these are a budget version of Prismacolor. Now you might say, well, why do you like your Kalours? Because I already showed the Kalours and talked about them in that budget video, and I forgot about these. But the Kalours are not a Prismacolor knockoff, in my mind. They are a little bit harder than a Prisma. They're still soft, but they have a little bit of hardness to them. They're not as soft and crumbly as a Prisma. I don't want to say crumbly, but you know what I mean. They're not as soft as a Prismacolor is. These are very soft. So these are Feela, Feela, and I believe it's a 150 set. And when I got these, they came in a big cardboard box. They had a handle on it. And I love these pencils, and I used the heck out of them. And I liked them so much that I bought them as gifts for my friends that were interested in starting to color and looking for a beginner set of pencils. I actually purchased these and sent these. I can think of 2 friends that I sent these to when they were interested in getting into coloring. So I believe the color selection in this is very nice. This isn't the way I usually set up my coloring pencils, so, well, I don't know, yellow, orange, red, purple. I guess it is, kind of. I don't know why I have these 2 with the greens, and then this whole row over here. I'm not sure what that's about, but but I really like these. Very, very nice. Very nice. Very budget friendly. If you are looking for, in my opinion only, a budget pencil that has the feel and the consistency of a Prismacolor. It is not a Prismacolor, okay? These are not Prismacolors. These are not. But they are a budget answer if you're looking for Prismacolors, but those are out of reach for you at the time. I would recommend these. So yeah, I really like the Feelas. And then looks like I have some things here in the back. These metallic, I believe, are Royal Langnickel metallics that my sister gave me. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think there was 12. I don't know where the other ones went. I used the heck out of those too. And those are really, really inexpensive. So if I can find those on Amazon, I will link them. But they are a Royal and Langnickel metallic set, and they lay down like a dream, you guys. Let me see. Do I have... Let me grab something really quick. Let me grab my little notebook I had. I knew I should have kept it handy to show you guys anything. But let me see here. Let me just pull one of them out and we'll lay down a little bit of color for you. Let's pick this one over here. I don't think it has the shade name, does it? I don't have my glasses on. Anyways, so I'm just gonna... But these lay down so nicely. It just shocks me how nicely these lay down. I think my Meijer grocery store had these too. And then you can really, like, you know, press down and build it up and everything. But yeah, these are very, very nice. Very, very nice. So these are the Royal, and let me put my glasses on so I know for sure that I'm telling you guys. Like, watch it be like Acme brand something. But I'm pretty sure it's Royal. Nope. 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 Do not listen to anything I just said. I don't want to start this video over again. Oh, these are the Feela. They're included in this set. You guys, do not listen to what I said. However, the Royal and Langnickel are very, very nice also. That's why I thought that's what these were. But anyways, oh, I'm crazy. Please find this humorous and not annoying, please, because I don't want to have to delete and everything. So yeah, so that's an example of, but see, they have that Prismacolor quality to them. They're soft, you guys. Very, very soft. So anyways, that's me making a jerk out of myself on YouTube and not deleting it and redoing it because I've already redone this video like twice. So anyways, but I will recommend the Royal and Langnickel also. I'm sure we'll come across those somewhere because I have them and I really like them. So they're someplace else. Well, while I swatched it, then I'll swatch a normal color that's not metallic next to it so you can see. But they just lay down really, really nicely. I'm glad I put my glasses on. I'm telling you guys something that's, you're probably looking at it and you can see that it says Feela and they're like, is she smoking today? What's the deal with her? Oh my gosh. So yeah, so these are the Feelas and I will link them. They're fabulous. Their metallics are fabulous. Sorry about that mix up. I didn't mean to do that. But yeah, so those are Feelas. Good pencils. Highly recommend them. And then the last set I'm going to talk about isn't available anymore. I did look them up. However, this is one of those instances where I think that these pencils are still on Amazon. I think they're just under a different name. So if anybody has any information about that, please let us know in the comment section. These were what we called, they were called the Hero, like Hero pencils. I don't know how to pronounce it. G-U-A-N-G. H-U-I. Gonghai, I don't know. But we call them Hero pencils. back in the day. I think these came out like 2017, 2018, 2019, somewhere around there. And these are oil-based pencils. And they are very, very nice. But I think what this is an example of when you have a manufacturer that produces a product, and then they put a lot of different labels on it, like different brand names. So that happens a lot in like cosmetics. A lot of cosmetics are made in the same factory, but they're the same product, but they're made under a different brand name. Especially like at Christmas time, when you see all those gift sets for makeup and stuff, like at Target and Walmart. A lot of that stuff, it's all made in the same place, but they'll slap a different brand name on it. So I believe this is like that. Just like with the alcohol markers, I believe these are the same thing. I think they're made in a certain manufacturing and in China, and they may not use this name anymore, the Gung Hai or Hero brand, but the same pencils, I believe, are still, basically the same. So these are an oil-based pencil. I have used these a ton and I will link that video. When I completed Miss Fantastic, Deborah Miller's Miss Fantastic, I used these just about in that entire book. I used these. They are so nice, and I really, really like them. But again, I can't tell you for sure that they are still available, so I don't want to say that a certain brand is this, but I suspect that they are. So if you look on Amazon for oil-based colored pencil, and you find some that are in a range, I would say probably from like $25 to $50, $25 to $40, somewhere in that range, I bet something similar to this will pop up. But these were really, really nice. And if you want to see that video where in my completed book where I used these a lot, I will link that. It's the only coloring book I've completed, and I used these a ton. I would blend them out with baby oil, and they look beautiful. They're just beautiful, and the selection of colors was so, so nice. So yeah. So this is my part 2 video, and it is of budget pencils primarily. And then I will have a part 3 where I know I've got some higher end. I've got some Derwent and Pablo Caran d'Ache, that kind of stuff. That'll be in the next installment. Again, I apologize so much about messing up those metallic pencils. I thought for sure that those were the Royal Langnickel, but I guess they weren't. They were in the Feelas, and I had forgotten that Feelas even had the metallics in there. But thank you guys for understanding. Oh, it's been a day. So please question or comment below if you know anything about these pencils, if they're still available. If you know anything about a different brand, but it's still the same pencil, definitely let us know. And I'm going to link everything that I can in the description section so that you can check them out for yourself. They will be my Amazon affiliate links, just to let you know. But yeah, just curious, do you guys have any of these pencils? Do you like them? Do the Crayolas hurt your hands too? Do you like the Twistables? I really love those Crayola Twistables. So thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you taking some time out of your day to spend with me, and I will see you in the next video.